Even in the small towns around Canada, people are saying there's not enough housing. Young people can't find lots, they can't build housing. Jon Love is the founder and the CEO of KingSett Capital, one of the biggest real estate funding companies in Canada. He joins me right now because I want to put the question to you. If you were Prime Minister, or if you were Premier, or I guess the Mayor, whatever it takes, what would you do to get housing built?
Well, the source cause is supply. There's not enough housing. So
Right.
I would do two things short term, two things medium term. Short term would be I would increase the trains on all interregional transit. You get a train going to Hamilton, Barrie, and Oshawa every 15 minutes,
Right.
20 hours a day. All of a sudden you introduce into the GTA Toronto mix a very expanded geographical catch basin that people can live in. That's supply. Secondly, I would change our single-family home zoning laws to permit 2 dwellings on every site, the R1 zoning. And
Do you think people still want the typical suburb that we've had for the last 30 years? Big front lot, big back lot?
well, what people want and what the reality is, we'll see. I mean, people talk about European cities. You go to Paris and you look at all of these single-family homes, right? I mean, it's a different model.
Not there.
We the fact is we've got to get more dense, and so part of that is taking our existing stock, and people can right away use their basement garage. They could use their laneway garage,
Yes.
their basement, their attic, whatever, to house someone else. And you may say, well, who wants to be in basement housing? I started in basement housing, and I was quite happy about that. So those two things unlock incremental supply right away. Then medium term, I would take we're talking about Toronto, I would take
Right.
all of the boulevards and I'd immediately put in medium density zoning on those boulevards. So, that's 8 to 10 stories, 6
That
stories.
seems, no one driving along a main thoroughfare is going to mind it going from 2 or 3 stories
It is
to 8.
virtually impossible to get zoning on many boulevards because the neighbors don't want change. And so because of that, the municipal politicians are under tremendous pressure.
They need to get elected.
And they have to get elected. So anyway, boulevard zoning. And then the last piece is where you've got transit, where the federal government, or the provincial government is funding transit. We should have accelerated zoning, both approvals and density on transit right away. Think of the Eglinton Crosstown.
Right.
It's not been a secret. It's been under construction for 10 years, and it's going to be finished in the next 2. The whole Golden Mile area, of which we're a major landlord, we have the Eglinton Square, and it took us, we're just now getting zoning on 2.8 million feet. But the fact is, there's 20,000 housing units that could be built in that area that should be under construction now, so they're open when the transit's there.
Jon Love for mayor. Thank you very much. 3 minutes. Every day, Justin Trudeau tells you, I am making life more affordable for Canadians. And if you believe that, don't watch the station. But if you think that's baloney, as I do, that's a lie, then keep watching for non-biased, non-Prime Minister's Office funded news analysis. To keep us on the air, please donate. PayPal or send a check. 303 Bay Street in Toronto. We'll get it. We need the money.